Okay, we are live, and I am going to post a comment with my email. Email Kyle at, would help if I spelled it right, Kyle at crystalconcentrics.com with interest. And I post that, and then when I go look at it, I'm going to pin it. And I'm going to start walking around my shop. So I'm excited to have you join me. This is my Portal Crystal Gallery in the background. And you will find that we're going to be together this time for half an hour. Last time I did an hour and 15 minutes. But I've set a timer because I'm going to switch over to Instagram at 4:30. But I will tell you that I'm doing crystal lives every Sunday and every Thursday at 4 p.m. right here on TikTok. And then I repost them. I put the replay on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, Crystal Concentrics, and you may want to check out my Crystal Concentrics YouTube because I have done lives already with all of my stuff from Tucson, which I brought back from that great show. Hello, Carrie Ann. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the camera around and we are going to have some fun. This time a little bit less structured of a get-together. This is my store. I organize everything according to these categories. I have 10 energy zones. Foundation is one of them. Root is another. Belly. We have self over here. And relationships and heart. And the types of stones that we have, say, for example, in the heart section, we've got this great big jade disc and some really, really cool rose quartz standing freeforms. That's a nice Buddha in milky quartz. And over here, we have a nice bicolor tourmaline. And that is a huge ruby in zoisite sphere, which is kind of cool. So over here, we have this interesting sort of spinning display case. And in it, we have so many pendants. That's a nice pink opal, rutilated quartz. There's a smoky. That is a very turquoisey chrysocolla. Rhodochrosite. We specialize in rhodochrosite. I love rhodochrosite. If you do see anything that you love, please take a screenshot and email me, Kyle at crystalconcentrics.com, in order to get a look at it. And then over here, while we're spinning around, I'll show you a few more pendants like these cool moonstones here. I only buy moonstones if they're super lucent and bright. These look like they're blue rainbow moonstones, which is cool. Thanks everyone who's following the host. If you do subscribe to my newsletters, oh, wait a minute. I have a discount system in place. If you go to my website and buy anything from my store, it's called Live5, Live5E. Lowercase, uppercase, doesn't matter. This is what I call the discount dominion. All of these items are 50% off, and there's some very, very cool ones, like this pair of labradorite parrots. And if you stay tuned, I'll be revisiting a lot of my Tucson stuff, but I wanted to just show you the types of items here that we have at 50% off. Very cool sculpture there of a kneeling thinker. And over here, look at that one in back. It's like a bouquet of amethyst, which is kind of great. And there's a nice goniatite. It's kind of like the apatites. And this incredible wings. I saw these wings can be kind of expensive over in Tucson. Do we have pigs? Well, I have a whole animal section over here, and if I open it up, at the top of the animal sections is actually our deities. You've got Buddhas and Ganesh's, which is kind of cool, and this cool wizard back there. But then in the animal section, there's a pig that flies. Look at that gorgeous, gorgeous winged rhodonite pig. Very sweet little character. Don't know that I see any other pigs per se. I've got a cool bat, some nice fish, dinosaur, unicorn, hippopotamus, nice little alligator, cobra in the background, that interesting little monkey in the back. We have got some cool, there's a coyote in the back, a cat, that's a flying sodalite hawk. There's a winged Dalmatian jasper. We also have this incredible buffalo yak and that nice frog. Are there bears? Show me some bears. This is a cat, which looks a little bit like a bear, but it's not a bear. And I'm looking to see if I got some bears. Oh, you know where we do have bears? Usually we've got a bear over in our jade section. There's a cute little bear right there. Let me see how I get this open. Here's this little bear with a nice little fish in its mouth and a bigger bear behind it. These are jade, natural jade. This one's 155. It's kind of an incredible piece. And then the smaller one is 68. And I think that's all we've got for bears right now. There's a cool water buffalo down there, which is kind of nice. That is a pendant made of jade that you can blow through. It's a whistle, which is kind of cool. There's a nice Buddha. There's a golden pendant, which is unusual to find in jade. And then there's kind of like a Zuni bear over there. A very cool piece to check out there. So the function of this live is just to give you a little orientation as to my store, the Portal Crystal Gallery. We're in Arlington, Massachusetts. And we have a whole goddess and talismans of the feminine section here, which is kind of great. Look at that nice heart key, quartz, rose quartz heart key. The jade pyramid. Let's take a quick look at the jade pyramid. I'm going to take it out. I do have a larger one. This one's 360. And the other thing I think was over 400, because they're kind of hard to find, just like jade spheres can be hard to find. I don't have any of those spheres in here right now. Well, hold on a second. I did bring these to Tucson with me. This one's 1,200, and this one here is 2,000. It's pretty amazing, very large jade ball, kind of hard to find. But while I'm in this back room, this is what we call the gallery. And in the gallery, we have a ton of things, including some of the new Tucson acquisitions. We've got incredible pendulums here, deluxe pendulums with opal in them. And this is a rose quartz with a nice amethyst at the top. This is a totally over-the-top citrine, natural Zambian citrine with a cool hoop setting. Very, very over-the-top, amazing. Over here we have some interesting rings, like this double terminated ruby. And we've had some love expressed for this nice kyanite ring already. I just sold one of these today, selenite. Selenite is kind of hard to find as a pendant because it gets scratched and dinged and broken. But these have been coated with a protective coating that should make them last longer. You still have to be careful, but it is nice and handy to have that. Do I have green obsidian? You know what? I don't carry green obsidian because most of it is totally 100% fake. And I'm just not into that. I bought some pieces from Africa, and I ended up returning them because they just weren't convincing. These are some really nice Sugilite pendants that are gel, which means if you put a light behind them, they will be translucent. And I have finally organized all of these. They're quite stunning. Oh, and I do have more. So these are the semi-gel ones. They're a little darker. And then over here, we have the ones that are going online. This is a stunning array. You can see they're really, really nice, even without light going through them or light shining directly onto them. Thanks, folks, for following. I just priced up these very cool things. So these are feather wands, and I cannot find or get hold of the makers of them. They came from Mount Shasta. And what's so cool is that this is actually a Lemurian quartz at the bottom. One that is a 3-sided Lemurian quartz, and it's in really good shape. This wand is 148, and then its partner over here is another Lemurian. Look at that, how cool it is with the different figures. You've got a one shape on the front face, and then this other shape on the back face. And when you hold a Lemurian like this, if you're lucky, you get to see this type of an amazing visual effect. And then on the back here, I looked it up. This is some sort of a Mount Shasta opal, a low-grade, non-fancy opal, but still an opal nonetheless. So over here is all the stuff that I brought back from Tucson. It's ready to get reintegrated. I got some nice moldavites. This is a really cool pair. It's an eagle and a buffalo, both carved out of moldavite. Very, very nice pieces. Over here we have some super duper pendants. One that looks like the Devil's Tower in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. And then over here we have a nice big drop, which is kind of great. Over here we have some nice Illinois fluorite, which is one of my favorites. These have been polished and they're on sale. Usually the pink tag means that they're half off. So instead of $200, it's only $100. Do I have any red tiger eye pendants? I'd actually have to ask you to email me, Kyle@crystalconcentrics.com, because I cannot be sure I'm going to be able to produce one today just by looking through what we're going to be looking through. Everything here with the blue paper is going to be going online, like that sweet blue jade necklace. And over here we have a carnelian pendulum with sunstone in it. And there's some Herkimers on top of an amethyst. So yes, Nora, I'll look forward to hearing from you. This is a little review of some of the super duper specimens I got in Tucson, just to show you how big they are. This is an enormous Lemurian quartz. Very, very cool. That's one I'm trying to keep for myself. In fact, I'll show you what I discovered about it, which is that you can make it stand up. That the way the bottom is broken, it will literally stand up, albeit at an angle. But that's kind of incredible to get a crystal that big that can stand up on its own without being set into a stand. There we have some praise quartz, which is one of my favorites. It's from Inner Mongolia. And over here we've got more of that super duper museum piece of it right there. This is magnetite, a very cool fluorite, bicolor. The lavender purple grew on top of the green. Very, very sweet stuff. That's a great big floater of green fluorite. Then over here, we've got some cool stuff. These snakes have gotten a lot of interest coming right out of the gate. This is a very cool pair of skulls looking at each other, made out of mother of pearl with a hole in it so you can make it into a pendant. That's kind of cool. And then here's this Yoni Mama, which is very cool. Also drilled, it's a palm nut, so you can make that into a pendant, which is kind of cool. There's more of those nice blue jade necklaces. This is a gigantic silicone heart. And I was going to wait on buying it, but they said they're not going to be carving these amazing forms anymore. So I took advantage of it. It's quite spectacular and a very cool piece to get. Because I specialize in sugilite, this rare South African purple stone that includes a blue variety called Richterite, because I specialize in that, I do have a bunch of cabochons and pendants. These are fake ones over here. These are tumbles, which is kind of cool. It's a nice color. Not your traditional sugilite colors. This one has some little flecks of super gemmy pink gel sugilite right there. These are some cool pendants that we got. These I'm going to price up this week. We're going to be putting some of these online. Again, I'd want you to email me on the orange kyanite because I'm not sure where it is right now, and I don't want to waste time on a wild goose chase. These are some crazy wands that are quite amazing. Those are fairy stones. Here we have emerald bracelets and crazy huge earrings made with Veracruz amethysts on it. Quite stunning and impressive. These are jet ravens, some of which have something in their mouth, like this one, which is a Herkimer diamond. Kind of incredible, great carving work with a nice setting to it. There's some other bracelets. There's some moldavites that we got that are kind of great. These are really exciting. They're Australian opals that have been set in black onyx, or over here in the matrix material that you find boulder opal in. And so they just carved it here and put a real Australian opal right in that. So we definitely have some incredible pieces. These are citrines that have been made into outrageous pendants. I love the texture on the face of that one. Very cool stuff. So moving back into my shop, I'm going to start repopulating these cases. These cases, that's a nice Lemurian sitting right there. Moldavites I have from, $18, $24, $38, $78, $88, and $98. Those are a staple when I go to shows because people like to be able to have those types of pricing options. We do have some backstock here. Most of this here, we've got Libyan desert glass, we've got amber, we have citrine. All of these flats are filled with real natural citrine. I'll pull one out for you. There's a great big crystal, there's a skull, there's a natural point, there's some lighter points, but they're definitely real citrines, no fake citrines. There's some auralite. We got some new auralites that are kind of amazing. So our auralite collection is looking great. So is fire obsidian real? You know what? I don't know whether fire obsidian is real. It sounds like a fanciful new age name. If you send me a picture of it, I'll be able to tell you a little bit better. I had these at home when I was doing one of the classes for my app. In fact, if you can, it might not be convenient for you right now, but I suggest you download my Crystal Energy phone app. You can actually download it from a laptop too. If you email me, kyle@crystalconcentrics.com, I'll be happy to send you the link, but it's got all kinds of really great features. Most of them are available for free. So that's a cool thing to check out. But when I was working on my app, I was making a bunch of free videos, and I needed a bunch of fluorite to talk about different fluorite varieties. This is a pretty one with yellow and purple in it. And then we have this, which looks like an apatite, a light blue apatite. The color is quite unusual. But I no longer needed these at home because I wanted to bring them in. This is what I call forest jade, and I use it as an example to demonstrate for people the difference between it and true jade. You'll notice the color is different. The true jade is darker, and this one is really, it's a great carving. It's a great Buddha. It's 180. If it were nephrite jade, it would probably be 1,000. So the pricing is really different between the real and the fake. We have some things lying around like these nice little $8 and $10 amethyst clusters. These very cool ventifacts are nice. We have this little collection of broken dolphins because I had them in a flat over here and I kicked it over and they broke. It was pretty pathetic. These are all items getting ready to go up on my website, including this true nephrite jade Buddha. This is a really cool piece. This is a pyrite, which is all sort of sandblasted here and then flattened and wire wrapped to make into a very cool pendant. We do specialize in wire wrapping. This is a really cool thing I call Tiger Moonstone because of all these crazy stripes on it. This is stuff that's destined for our website. And I guess this one's going too. Look at the sweet color, quality, and carving on this beautiful, beautiful amethyst. Those are the types of things you will find on our website, crystalconcentrics.com. Feel free to go check out our website. And like I mentioned, we have a live 5% discount that will apply to everything that is not already on sale. And that's on the website specifically. If you see something here that you like, we will work out a price including mailing for you. This that we're looking at right now is in the healing section. And then we have voice over there with lapis, of course, is one of the great voice stones. We also have a sapphire, a twin pair specimen of sapphire that's kind of great. We have this insane chrysocolla skull for only $150. That is that's a price that's probably going to go up because you don't really see those things that often made out of chrysocolla. There's a great big blue aragonite heart from Afghanistan, and we have some nice topaz. I'm a big fan of topaz. Beautiful stuff like that. So I did promise I would make this a shorter live, so we're going to be ending in just a few minutes. If you see something you like, this is Girasol quartz, a really nice free form of it that I've had for some years. Haven't seen such nice Girasol quartz in a few years. In back, you have an Australian aquamarine slab, which is kind of cool. And there's a great big aquamarine crystal, 6-sided crystal, just like a quartz. Very cool stuff. So if you like all this stuff and you want to see my lives, I hope you'll join me every Thursday and every Sunday. And sometimes I have specific topics and things I want to show you. And sometimes, like today, I'm going to be showing you more generally items from my store. There's the source section. That's the vision section. I love me some green fluorite. This is a really crazy clam, an open clam here that is crystallized moss agate. So you got the nice little crystallization inside there, but it's still a great big open clamshell. Very cool stuff. There's a nice big piece of merlinite, which is a trip. This is called a glacial concretion, which is freaky and comes from Vermont. There's a great big wad of copper, which is kind of cool too. And this is a clear barite from Morocco, which is kind of great. So anyway, that's my little survey. This is my table where we've got tumbles that start at $3, and then we've got more things at $4, including these really cool little cages that you can put stones into and wear as pendants. We have Ulexite, this very cool TV stones. You see how it just conveys the text right up from the paper through the stone. That's kind of nifty. And I recommend you visit my website, crystalconcentrics.com. Hop onto our mailing list. Remember, if you use Live 5 as a coupon, if you're buying something from my online web store, it will give you 5% off automatically, assuming that the item is not already on sale. Here's some really cool pendants, and I'm going to leave you with that. And I'm going to go and I'm going to switch the camera back over to me and say, hello, nice to talk to you. I'm Kyle Russell of Crystal Concentrics. This is my Portal Crystal Gallery. I love doing lives now, just walking you through, just showing you the types of things that we have, hoping and inviting you to join my mailing list and to check out these lives and all of my other many videos. I have way over 1,000 videos on TikTok alone, and I'll look forward to talking to you again soon, all right? Till later, bye-bye.